hidden dangers of intoxication. Why a sober mind is the key to freedom. Have you ever wondered why sobriety is so important? Why ancient scriptures, spiritual teachings, and even the natural world seem to warn against intoxication? Many believe that alcohol, cigarettes, and marijuana are simply recreational or even medicinal. But what if they were tools designed to cloud your mind, weaken your spirit, and make you easier to control? This is the truth they don't want you to know. Join me as we uncover the hidden dangers of intoxication and why being sober-minded is the key to true freedom. Chapter 1. The Ancient Warnings Against Intoxication. Throughout history, great spiritual leaders have warned about the dangers of intoxication. In the Bible, sobriety is commanded as a safeguard against deception. 1 Peter 5:8 says, "Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary the devil prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour." The message is clear. When your mind is intoxicated, you become vulnerable, physically, mentally, and spiritually. In Islam, the Quran takes an even stronger stance. Quran 5:90-91 states, "O you who have believed, indeed intoxicants and gambling are but defilement from the work of Satan. So avoid them that you may be successful." Prophet Muhammad reinforced this by saying, "What intoxicates in large amounts, even a small amount of it is forbidden." But this isn't just about religion. In ancient civilizations, sobriety was associated with wisdom, leadership, and divine favor. Kings, warriors, and scholars were expected to keep their minds sharp. A dull mind meant failure. A weak mind meant enslavement. So why does modern society glorify intoxication? Chapter 2. The modern war against sobriety. Look around you. Everywhere you go, substances are being pushed, sold in stores, promoted in music, and normalized in culture. Why? Because a society that is constantly intoxicated is easier to manipulate. A population that is always chilled out will never rise up against oppression. And now, the substances themselves are more dangerous than ever before. Let's start with marijuana. In the 1960s, marijuana contained only 5% THC. It was mild, it was natural. Today, genetically modified strains contain up to 40% THC, chemically engineered to create stronger addiction, mental fog, and even psychosis. The result? People losing their minds over a drug that was never meant to be this powerful. Science has proven that high-potency marijuana is linked to schizophrenia, paranoia, and cognitive decline. It is no longer a plant, it is a weapon. Chapter 3. The Trap of Addiction. If marijuana is harmless, why is it so hard to quit? Many long-term users describe the struggle as a fight between their soul and an unseen force. Sleepless nights, intense cravings, anxiety, paranoia, and depression. A constant inner voice justifying why they should smoke again. This is addiction, but it's deeper than that. Many spiritual traditions believe that intoxication weakens the aura field, making a person more vulnerable to negative spiritual influences. Have you ever noticed that when someone smokes weed long enough, they start avoiding deep conversations about quitting? They get defensive, angry, irrational. That's how you know something is wrong. Chapter 4. The hidden effects on your mind and body. We've talked about addiction. Now let's talk about what happens inside your body. Smoking any substance, whether cigarettes or weed, changes its chemical properties. Dr. Layla Africa, a renowned health researcher, explained how, when you burn a plant, it creates toxins that damage melanin and brain function. The plant's natural medicinal properties are destroyed. In contrast, consuming cannabis in its raw form, such as in tea or food, can be medicinal. But the way it's used today, it's poison. And let's not forget about the munchies. Weed increases cravings for processed, unhealthy food, keeping people trapped in a cycle of bad health, weight gain, and low energy. It creates a sleepwalking state, where the body moves but the mind is slow, foggy, and unfocused. This is not freedom. This is enslavement. Chapter 5. Why animals don't smoke. Weed. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen an animal smoke weed? If weed was meant to be consumed daily, why don't animals naturally seek it out? And when they do consume it, accidentally or intentionally, look what happens to them. Cats lose their balance and can't leap. Birds fly into walls. Dogs stumble, shake, and become disoriented. Nature does not lie. The body was designed for clarity, sharpness, and agility. Intoxicants disrupt this natural order. And if animals instinctively avoid them, maybe we should too. Chapter 6. The path back to clarity. Sobriety is not just about quitting substances. It's about reclaiming control over your mind, body, and soul. It's about breaking free from the invisible chains that hold you back. How to break free? Acknowledge the truth. Stop making excuses. See it for what it is. Detox and heal. Eat clean, drink water, and flush toxins from your system. Pray and meditate. Strengthen your spiritual connection. Surround yourself with support. Find people who encourage sobriety. Stay vigilant. The temptation will return. Be stronger than it. A sober mind is a free mind. A clear mind is a powerful mind. It's time to wake up, because they don't want you to. Closing thoughts. The world promotes intoxication because a weak mind is easier to control. But you are not weak. You are not a slave. And the moment you reclaim your sobriety, you reclaim your power. They don't want you to be free. But now you know the truth. What you do with it is up to you.